Of course. Also simple. Oh, hello, chat. Didn't see you there. Just expanding my brain with a little bit of light reading. Not a big deal. Just something I do on occasion. What's wrong with my hair? I just got out of the shower. And I'm reading. So get over it. Where'd you learn to read? Is this your Joker arc? The Joker famously doesn't read. Ah, of course. Cornelius Vanderbilt. Redfish, bluefish. Well, that's enough reading for today. Again, Cornelius Vanderbilt, another book that I've completed, finished, and put aside. Any advice for lawyers? I'm not reading the full and complete history of Glorkiters. It's not a book. I got my bankrupt that today. Oh, nice. And my bankrupt fucking hoodie on, or crew neck. You have to tell me what the book is in a book, or I will die in real life. I don't know what you're talking about. I am reading one book. It's called The First Tycoon by Cornelius Vanderbilt, okay? I'm reading it cover to cover. There's only one book here. Okay? So please stop insulting my intelligence and assuming that I would read anything else. You look at Cornelius right now? What is that? What is that? I look like a tycoon? Like the first tycoon? Cornelius Vanderbilt? Cornelius did not have this. No. This is Cornelius's hair. Okay, you'll notice a distinct difference between his hair and mine. Namely his lack of it, and more about the. He's got a real Larry David kind of same age. Okay, interesting. No, why do you keep saying holes? I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's no holes in my book. It's perfectly solid. There is no holes in it. Congrats on being on the cover, Big A. That's huge. It would be nice if I was on the cover of The First Tycoon. The Epic Life of Cornelius Vanderbilt. Do you guys want to know an interesting fact about this book that I actually have read half of? I'm just merely using. Oh, this is what you're talking about. The copy of Holes. I'm using that as a bookmark. Okay, I'm not reading Holes while pretending to read First Tycoon. I use Holes, a child's book, as a bookmark while I read The First Tycoon. Okay? An epic tale. That's what you guys were talking about. I see. It's crazy. Did you know that Cornelius Tycoon was once sent to a camp for misbehaving boys where he had to dig, like, I'll call them trenches all day in the hot sun? It's insane. It's like what the lives were so different back then. Oh, whoa. Dykes. I shouldn't have to say it like that. How do you say your name? Dykesies. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Graphite Master. Thank you for the 20 fucking gifties. Graphite Master. Does it mean use a pencil? No. I said it like supportively. Like almost as an ally. You're looking very robber baron-y today. How does a robber baron look? Scat Scoot, thank you for the 4 months. Beefmaster, thank you for the prime. C9 Davis, thank you for the 25 months. It's Overwatch 2 night on God. On God. It's not. Not even close. No, it's not Overwatch 2. Big A, I went to that camp and they only served me onions to eat. It's just not how it went. You don't even remember the fucking book. They don't serve the kids only onions. They escape the camp and they climb the giant thumb, and then, only then, do they only eat onions. Big A, can you teach me some marketing tactics? No. What do you want to know? Marketing tactics could be as small as like a fucking anything. I mean, anything's a marketing tactic. Holes is actually one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. It's actually a really funny movie. I like the John Voight. Even though he's a psycho in real life, he is very hilarious as the I don't know what he's, chief of security on the camp. He's very funny. He does a great job. I think I look rather purty, don't you? Big A, I have to write a paper about WorldCom. Can you do a Marketing Monday right now on everything they did wrong? I probably would never do a WorldCom Marketing Monday, except as a footnote in the Enron one. Because Enron one happened around the same time and was much more interesting and bigger and scandalous. More scandalous. But what I was going to say, I actually have read the first half of The First Tycoon. And I wouldn't highly recommend it, to be honest. I was just interested because this guy was like the first like mega rich person. And I wanted to see like what the sort of deal was. And the really hilarious thing about his life is, so he's like, I don't know, let's say he's like 35. He might have been 40. I don't know. But he's done like, he's had a full career, right? He's had a full life. And he hasn't made that much money. Like he's not that wealthy. He's like, he's doing all right. And then he goes on a train ride. And on the train ride, he almost died. Like the train collapses or crashes. And he's like thrown from the train. And he almost dies. And they put him in the hospital bed. And like everyone in his family's like saying goodbye. And it's like, he's like pretty much thought to die. And then he doesn't die. And instead goes heavily into trains. He like starts to think trains are like the future and like really important. So he starts buying up all these train tracks and ends up being like a fucking gigantic rail baron. It's like the thing that pushes him into going into trains is fucking spending or almost dying in a train accident. It's a very insane beginning. You play as him in Railbound. No, you don't. No, you don't. Play as fucking Cornelius Vanderbilt in Railbound. You play as a dog. You play as a fucking humanoid dog. Big A, can you help me market myself by watching my pinned TikTok on stream? My username is Barry Daniel. I wish I hadn't read your message, but now that I have, I can't get out of it because people won't shut the fuck up about it. So let's watch your pinned TikTok, Barry Daniel. Yeah, okay. This is your pinned TikTok. 41,000. Okay.
Have you ever wondered how meeting a celebrity at a young age can change someone's entire life? Well, here's my story.
Hi, I'm Dan. When I was 13, I got the opportunity to meet Ed Sheeran because I looked like him.
Here's what that looked like.
We talked for about 15 minutes, and those 15 minutes changed my entire life. Here's how that happened. I began pursuing music, playing with a couple bands in town, and eventually at the age of 20, moved into a recording studio with some of my best friends.
All right.
I have music on Apple Music and Spotify, and I've learned a ton about the song-making process. In 2 weeks, Ed Sheeran will be playing at the U.S. Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. And this matters a lot to me for two reasons. Number one, I live in Texas now, so he's not that far away. And
okay.
Number two, since meeting Ed, I've become a professional race car driver.
What? I thought you were a musician.
Even
Because of your 50-minute conversation with Ed Sheeran that changed your life.
I will be at the race again this year, and I would love your help to meet Ed once again and tell him the incredible impact he's having.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Help me out. Could you go ahead and tag Ed in the comments below, and hopefully he'll see it, and maybe I can meet him again and tell him everything he's done for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.
Have you ever wondered how
Bro, that didn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Because the whole point of the thing is that you met Ed Sheeran. Oh, God, my hair is a little messed up. I won't apologize for it. You met Ed Sheeran, okay? And you talked to him. And because of that, according to your story, you got entirely into music. And then you just twisted halfway through. It doesn't. Oh, my God, I need a hat. If a musician, you missed the previous TikTok where he met Michael Schumacher the following summer, then you should want to meet him. This TikTok is kind of like your tycoon book. It makes sense until halfway through, and then the story changes because you begin reading holes. He became a race car driver for unrelated reasons. Yeah, but that's what he does professionally. So it didn't really change his life. Ed Sheeran, more like F5 she ran. What the fuck does that mean? Do you mean Formula 1? It's not Formula 5. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't miss. F1 to F4 exists, Big A. Does F5 exist? And because if not, then my point still stands. Yes, it refreshes. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Everyone shut up. Everyone be fucking quiet. Holy fuck. You guys are throwing me today. Wait, let me see what's on my For You page on TikTok.
Everyone who has been commenting on what is going on at NYU, where basically an organic chemistry professor got fired because his class is too hard, is literally missing the point. Missing what this article and what subsequent articles we're definitely going to be seeing is signaling about American education.
All right, what's it signaling?
So if you don't know what's been going on at NYU, basically this guy, his name is Matlin Jones, he is an organic chemistry professor, was fired because about 23% of the students in his organic chemistry class signed a petition saying his class was simply too hard.
Okay.
Now, he is an amazing and renowned professor. He taught at Princeton before, and he clearly knows his stuff. I don't think that's what anyone's arguing. But basically, after he got fired, of course, there was all this discussion about, is this a woke agenda? Are students too soft? What happens if we just decide if a class is too hard, we're just going to fire the professor or the teacher teaching that? What does that mean for American education?
Okay.
And those are good questions to ask. I'm not saying they're not, but I just wish people took this for what this is, which is a canary in the coal mine. Because what this professor talks about in the New York Times when he's being quoted is that he has seen a steady decline in what students are capable of doing. He said he's seen it in the last 2 years, but really it started a decade ago. So even pre-pandemic, he's just been like, students cannot do the work. He was saying it was getting so bad, he was consistently seeing test scores in the single digits.
Yikes.
Now that should be signaling to everybody that this is not an NYU specific problem. This is not a prestigious university specific problem. This is not a college specific problem. This is a problem with our education system, period. Because guess what? 21% of American adults don't have basic literacy skills. And the reason I'm using that statistic to discuss this article is because what this article and what's going on at NYU really symbolizes is that there is just basic fundamental gaps in everyone.
Half the problem could be that I'm getting my news from TikTok. Maybe I should have just read the article. You know what I'm saying? This ain't helping. This shit ain't helping. And you guys are getting it through a streamer reacting to it on TikTok. So you're even one step worse. Fuck. Bro, I just literally, legitimately got out of the shower. So it's, you know, whatever. Fucking whatever. I already read it because I read NYT all day, every day, though. Big ups. You can read a lot of opinion pieces by people that think we should bring back sweatshops. Atrioc, it's okay if you missed my last 4 subs. You read my last message. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Great. Does that cover me for the next 4? The hair makes you look 10 years longer like Jack Ma. Jack Ma, the old CEO of Alibaba. A man who's probably in his 60s. Thank you. That's a huge compliment. Jaden Virtuoso, thank you for the 26 months. UCL Kevin, thank you for the tier 1. Ems, thank you for the 21 months. Holy shit, my sub can legally smoke in Oregon. Want to light up, Big A? I don't live in Oregon. Your sub's age does not determine whether or not you can smoke marijuana legally. We don't live near each other. But sure. Sure, brother. Let's light up. Let's fucking light up. That's a yes. That's a fucking yes. Get that good shit, though. Get that sticky icky. And we will light up, dude. See you at 4:20 tomorrow. I like your Apple Watch, little bro. Do you? You like my Apple Watch? I like how your eyes work. So we both have things we like about each other. Your hair looks sick for real, for real. Thanks, man. That means a lot. You remind me of Bully Maguire. Guys, you guys need to stop fixating on the fucking hair. All right? I just got out of the shower and it's down. I swear to God, every time I don't fucking put my hair in the exact same way, the exact same time, everybody makes it a fucking topic of discussion. I don't like Bully Maguire. I prefer your earlier work with NSYNC. I prefer when you shut the hell up, but we all can't get what we want. Now you're acting like Bully Maguire. Oh, that is a hoot. A hoot and a half. You'll get your money when you fix this door. What is that? Is that a quote? What are you doing? What does that mean? Hey, Big A, the symbiote is weak to sound. I heard you can get rid of him with a church bell. You guys, I get a few hours at night after I'm done working to unwind and relax, ideally with some chatters and maybe play some video games and watch some shows. And I feel like you guys are not doing your part. Okay? I feel like you're making a toxic environment for me. It's a toxic workplace is what it is. And Twitch won't defend me. Let me get a water real quick. Let me get a water. Be right back. Bro, do you think these are any good? Pop chips? Wait, they're pop corners. Ari just got them, and I think I'm going to hate them. And she got a whole box of them. I've never had them. They're not bad. They're not bad, actually. I thought they'd be way worse. They're actually fine. They're like rice cakes. All right. That was good because I needed a snack. The cheddar ones are good. She got all the variety packs, so. This is sweet and salty kettle corn. Sold them at my school store. They're all right. Well, I was just thinking back. Who here had like a, what do we call it? I don't know. Like you have like those stores that are available in high school lunch where you can buy candy and shit. Does anyone have like a student store? But like not, it only sells candy and snacks and shit. Kind of like a snack bar, yeah. Because I realized I used to buy a bag of Sour Patch Extremes every day, every lunch period, all year for 4 years. I'm surprised I don't have diabetes. Had to have been pre-Michelle Obama. I did that until We had a Little Caesars, a Chick-fil-A, and a snack bar. Damn, you guys are fucking goated. No, we had regular lunch food, but we had a snack bar with like every possible candy and shit. And I would always get Sour Patch Extremes, which, by the way, I have a sneaking suspicion that current Sour Patch have been watered down, and Sour Patch Extremes are now what Sour Patch used to be. And there's no possible way that you can get a previous Sour Patch Extreme. Like, I legitimately believe, as someone who consumed a bag of Sour Patch Extremes every single day, I recently bought Sour Patch Extremes, and I was like, wait a minute. This is not extreme at all. This is regular. I 100% believe, I think they legitimately, like, lowered the sugar content or something. The Four Locoification of Sour Patch Kids. What does that mean? Did they fucking nerf Four Locos? Yeah, the woke mob. The woke mob ruined my Sour Patch Kids. Four Loko got nerf hammered. I only had Four Loko when it was released at ASU. And it had a real fad there. It had a real run. How was your sleep today? Good question. I don't have my phone though, so I'll have to. Oh, I actually talked with Ari about it. I think I was like 86, dude. 86 and fucking climbing. When are you playing Balloons with Quincy? So I'll tell you this. Did I tell you guys that Ninja Kiwi reached out to me? Ninja Kiwi, I met them at TwitchCon, and they reached out to me and said, you should do some more balloon stuff, and we want to, like, give you a creator code and help out or whatever. And I was like, no. This is what I said in person. I said, no, I don't really want to play balloons anymore. But I also said, if I can get the stream with Quincy, I'll hundo P do it. Because that would be fun. And I think they are super down and want to like help promote it or something. So I gotta check my email on that. I gotta follow up, but could be cool. How's Off-Brand doing? Very good. Big thing I worked on today, it's probably fine to say, is I'm trying to get fucking Liquid Death for the yard. Trying. They're not being super responsive, but I'm working on it. Have you watched Black Adam? No, but given that I'm such a fan of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I think I am going to go see it. I was thinking of inviting Eddie Burback and Jarvis Johnson and going to see it. I think that'd be fun. Because they've been wanting to hang out, and I can't go to their Halloween party because I'm going to Vegas. So, you know what? Let me do that right now. Let me ask, and then if I get turned down, then you guys can all commiserate with me. Create group. Eddie Burback. Jarvis Johnson. Do you guys have any interest in seeing The Rock's stellar cinematic masterpiece, Black Adam? It may not be Morbius. Levels of greatness, but to something special. All right, locked in the invitation. Yo, Big A, check out Baba Is You. It's a great short puzzle game that would be good to stream. No. Thanks for the 5. Bully Maguire indeed. Bully Maguire indeed. Not my play. Actually, I was thinking of playing Inside today, to be honest. I was thinking of playing Inside. All right. I'm done with the chips. Because I think that game's like only 2-3 hours. Boom, bada boom. Knock it out. Ipso facto. When you playing Ori, I bought it and downloaded it and installed it today, but I don't think I could play it today because I couldn't beat it in one sitting. So I'll need like a weekend day or a Friday or something where I can really give it some. Technically, I could just beat it tomorrow. I mean, my hours are a little more flexible. Although, so my NVIDIA health insurance actually ends at the end of the month. So I have booked like another dentist appointment. I have another dentist appointment, and I have another. I have just a checkup, and I'm doing everything to knock it all out before, because they have pretty goated insurance. Yeah, break your leg for max value. Get an MRI. Fuck, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like fucking any possible health thing. Let's just cover it all now. Watch the Brian David Gilbert video about insurance. BDG Insurance. A terrible guide. This is 30 minutes long.
I'm Brian.
Let's see.
David Gilbert, and recently my Cobra insurance ran out, so I used that QLE to look up some HDHPs and PPOs, but ended up going with an average premium HMO health insurance policy. Every word in that sentence burned as it came out of my mouth. That's right, folks, I'm talking about the beautiful American tradition of private health care. Something embedded so deeply in the heart of the American people that only a surgeon could excise it.
This is what Washington would have wanted.
As an adult who left a job with benefits at the end of 2020, I had planned to find my own health insurance much earlier, but I had doctors and therapists that I already liked, and every time I faced the marketplace's heinous user interface and jargon-filled summaries, my mind would shrivel up like a deflating parade balloon.
Yeah, makes sense.
So when I was forced to find a new health insurance provider in June of this year, I decided to learn everything there was to know about the FSAs and the HSAs and the chips and the dips and the
1, 2, 3, skabba-da-ba-da. Oh, damn, that's jazz, baby.
I do finally have new health insurance, although it was a long and difficult road to get there. And although I am definitely not the best person to explain the intricacies of the marketplace, I've made this video to help ease you into the terminology in case you need to purchase health insurance and don't want to spend a year and a half doing what I did. Sure, this video is a little different from the ones that I've made in the past, but I am nothing if not unpredictable. Don't put that in the screen. I'm unpredictable. And for those of you non-Americans watching this video and thinking,
I do not need to watch this video. I am British.
consider this a cautionary tale. Because there are definitely people in your country that want to privatize healthcare.
I mean, Britain's,
and
yeah.
you can't let them do
Definitely
that.
want to do that in Britain.
Can't let them do that. So let's get into it. Please enjoy this cursory and most likely useless guide to American health insurance terminology.
I love this.
Health insurance? Look, we gotta start with a strong foundation. Insurance is a way to manage risk. Say I've got a figurine that I really love and would be heartbroken if something terrible ever happened to it. An insurance company could quantify that emotional attachment and say, hey, if something terrible happens to your figurine, we'll pay you $100. All you gotta do is pay us $1 every month. So if I sign that contract and pay them $1 every month and something terrible does happen to it, they'll pay me $100 so I can replace it.
In
But
theory.
I could never really replace it. Health insurance is like that, but for your health. And considering your health is defined as the mental and physical condition of your body, then health insurance should pay for you to get better in the event of an illness or bone break or something terrible. You know, let's go ahead and get rid of the mental
Yeah, but
part
they
of that.
don't.
Can you make it specific?
Like, if they're private companies and they have to grow every year, and the way you grow is by paying out as little as possible, but charging as much as possible, and people have to do it.
Parts of the, Thrown extremely on top of.
Let's settle in vision insurance.
Here in the United States of America, scientists have researched for dozens of years in order to prove one inimitable truth. Your teeth and your eyes are not a part of your body. And although we have gotten closer to understanding what those little wet balls are doing inside your skull, 9 out of 10 dentists agree that your teeth should not be trusted.
I'm a little scamp.
Technically, these are separate because dentistry and medicine are considered different fields, and so insurance companies view them differently. And
That is
vision
dumb.
insurance is different because it mostly covers eye exams and corrective lenses like glasses and contacts, and some people don't need them. And for those that do
Eagle
but
eyes.
can't afford it, they can just squint really hard.
Nice.
Works for me. I'm looking at the camera? I'm not? Okay.
a
But
good
I'm in
look.
the right area?
What's a premium?
Ooh, a fancy word. Except it actually just means the fee you pay your provider, usually monthly, in order to keep up your health insurance. It's essentially the same thing as a subscription fee to Netflix, except in this case, you lose your health insurance if you stop paying it, as opposed to losing the ability to rewatch the 2015 Richie Rich reboot.
No!
Both of those things are equally tragic. But the good news is that if you pay your premium every month, you've got health insurance. And once you've got health insurance, you are set. You never have to worry about paying for healthcare ever again. That's not the case!
What's a deductible?
So you pay your premium every month. That's great. It allows you to carry around a little card that says you're insured, and you can go to the doctor
I've
and they'll
got
give
one.
you a bill, and you have to pay all of it until you've filled up your deductible. For the sake of this example, let's say that your health insurance doesn't have copays or co-insurance, just
Don't wanna
because
show it.
I'm getting to that, and the circular nature of health insurance terminology makes it very difficult to decide which to talk about first. Let's say your deductible is $100. If you go get a medical test that costs
Show all the info?
$100,
Well, this
you
thing's
will
going to be
have
expired
pay
in,
$100.
2 weeks.
But after that, you've fully paid up your deductible, and that means the next time you go get a $100 medical test, your insurance will pay for it. Or part of it, because there's also copays and coinsurance, but again, I'm getting there. Your deductible resets with your plan, and most plans work on the calendar year, meaning your deductible would reset on January 1st. But if your plan is through your work and renews in the middle of the year, it might be a different date. Your premium and your deductible are often inversely related. So if you pay very little in premium, your deductible will be way higher. But if you pay a lot every month, your deductible will be small. And this brings me to my favorite part of health insurance, which is... Hello, welcome back everyone, welcome back. We got ourselves a young, healthy man here looking to get himself some health insurance. So let me ask you something, Mr. Gilbert. Do you think you're gonna break your leg this year?
Nope.
No, I wasn't planning on it. Oh, it sounds like you're gonna go with a low premium, high deductible plan that will save you money! Okay, yeah, I don't know what that means, but I'm excited. Okay, oh, gee, oh no, it looks like we should have fixed those steps a little earlier today because you broke your leg anyway. Seems like you'll be paying that high deductible at high speed. There are some health insurance plans that are literally called catastrophic health plans for this very reason. You usually have to be under 30 in order to get one, and although you pay very little in your monthly premium, the plan doesn't cover anything outside of 3 primary care visits a year. So sure, you save a lot of money on that monthly premium, but you better hope you don't get in an accident, or else it's gonna be a catastrophe. For real though, it is better than nothing.
I didn't go to the hospital, or to be honest, the dentist in the past 2 years. All right, so what I'm paying for nothing. I didn't paying for nothing. Nah, I'm doing it all now. No, my teeth are good. All right, actually, I went very recently. Got a lot of compliments. All right, I don't drink soda. And I no longer have a crippling addiction to Sour Patch Kids. So, and I brush. I don't have British teeth. That being said, though, I should have gone. And I feel like I wasted my payments. Because I didn't pick a catastrophe plan. I think I just picked the medium one. There was like 5 options when I started at NVIDIA, and I just picked the medium one. It takes a little bit out of your paycheck. But I bet I took way more than I fucking should have had.
This health plan might not get...
I feel like I've got completely screwed on health plan, actually, now that I think about it. Even though it's great health coverage, like I paid some portion of my paycheck, and I never used it. And now it's gone. Now it's going to be gone.
You a lot of preventive care, but it could kick in during a catastrophic accident and keep you from going bankrupt. Or you might go a little bankrupt, but you won't go like Super Saiyan bankrupt. But on the other hand, you can also get no deductible health insurance, which has way higher premiums, but it allows you to skip ahead to the good part of health insurance, where you get to pay...
What are co-pays and co-insurance?
Oh, is it happening now? I thought I was on break. You guys gotta give me more of a heads up. Congratulations, you finally paid your deductible for this year.
Nice.
Or maybe not congrats, because it probably means you had a lot of unexpected health issues this year, so, what a shame. But hey, at least that means you're done paying for healthcare this year, right? No, you're not! Co-payments, or co-pays, are a set amount of money that you have to pay whenever you receive certain medical procedures, prescription meds, tests, etc. That test that cost you $100, it might have a $30 copay on it. So if you have no deductible or you've filled up your deductible...
They just decide that at will? Like, is there any kind of method to the madness here, or do they just go like, hey, let's just make that one have a $30 copay or a $50 copay, or they just fucking pick it? What is the justification? What? Why? What doesn't make any fucking sense?
That $30. And just to clarify, you can and probably will pay copays and coinsurance before you fill up your deductible. Say you're getting a standard annual checkup, that might have a $10 copay associated with it. So even if you haven't filled your deductible, you would just be paying $10. So that's kind of nice. And coinsurance? More like coinsure ain't gonna be in your pocket anymore because you're gonna be paying with it. I thought that was gonna be cleaner. Coinsurance is just another way of splitting the cost with your insurer. And it's better for you if the percentage is lower. A $100 test with a 20% coinsurance means you'll be paying $20.
What is the fucking idea of coinsurance? I'm not starting an insurance business with you, insurance company. We're not in this together. I'm not trying to help you fucking... It's not a team effort. It's not co. You pay it because I paid the fucking premiums.
Occasionally, you'll see some things listed as 100% coinsurance, which is a dirty trick. That means you'll be paying 100% of the costs. That's not coinsurance, that's no insurance.
But hey, how come I still have to pay things after?
It's 100% co-insurance. We are in this 100% together. You just put up the money and we'll be the insurance.
I finish my deductible? And if I pay copays before my deductible is filled, does that count toward my deductible? And whatever happened to my body? Oh!
Copays do not count toward your deductible, but both your copay and your deductible count towards something else called your out-of-pocket maximum, which is the maximum amount you would ever have to pay for health coverage during the year. Kind of. Because if you go to an out-of-network provider, that payment won't count toward your out-of-pocket maximum. So let's say you have an $100 monthly premium, you paid $100 for an in-network test that doesn't have a copay, you paid $50 for a copay and coinsurance for an in-network procedure, and you paid $1,000 to an out-of-network doctor for a big ol' smooch. Mwah! In most insurance plans, the in-network test would count towards both, the copay and coinsurance would only count toward your out-of-pocket max, and the premium and the out-of-network smooch would count towards neither. But it was worth it. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Okay.
I'm broke now. Back to copays. Every test or procedure will have a different copay or coinsurance associated with it. So it's
This is a good
definitely
system.
a good idea to pay
The
attention.
more I watch this, the more I realize that we actually have the best system. Everyone is in another country. Fucking Europeans, Canadians. It's insane that you guys don't have anything like this. It's cringe a little bit. Like, we have a really cool system. Because you guys don't even have a BDG video explaining your video.
This,
your
if you
fucking
know
system.
that you're going to need regular doctor's visits for certain illnesses or prescription medications.
It's complicated, so you
Which
know it's
brings me
good.
to-
What are drug tiers?
Yeah, I mean, like, ever since Dinky Smug used it in regionals, penicillin kind of got nerfed, so I'm going to put that down in tier 1. But we got
tier 1 would
levofloxacin
be the
next.
highest,
Oh,
though.
okay, that goes in the special tier.
Prescription drugs are separated into tiers that correspond with their costs, though it differs from plan to plan. Usually it goes generic drugs on tier 1, brand name drugs on tier 2, fancier or non-preferred brand name drugs on tier 3. And once you hit tier 4, you get specialty drugs, which are often very expensive and specific in what they
Sheesh.
treat, and they all have brand names like Zyvox
Who's
and
bringing
Truxima
Zyvox to the
and
function, dude?
Ozurdex, which are coincidentally the names of my 3 favorite sleep paralysis demons. Well, hey guys. The thing is, some insurances
lot of
have
effort for
5 tiers, and some have 4, and some have 4, but skip the 3rd. If you want to figure out if a certain drug is a certain tier, you're going to need to check with your provider's drug formulary, which is a list of every single drug covered by your plan. When you go looking for this, you'll most likely find a web page that has dozens of links for each specific insurance plan that will bring you to PDFs that are 100 pages long and have different strengths for different tiers. But it's still very helpful because, hey, you might get prescribed clarithromycin for your pneumonia, and this PDF will tell you that it is definitely a tier 2 drug, or maybe a tier 3. Oh shit, it might be 4. Again, these drug formularies vary wildly between providers.
fucking dog
so if you
shit
know
system!
that you need a specific prescription drug, it's probably a good idea to check these before signing up for a plan. But hey, if you mess up, don't worry, because you can always change your plan at any time, so long as you undergo an extremely large and potentially traumatic life change.
What's open enrollment?
Open enrollment is technically the only time of the year that
Wait, really?
everyone is allowed to change their health insurance. It usually starts on November 1st and goes until January 15th, although, of course, it varies from state to state. They chose this time of the
I've only ever had health insurance through my jobs. What does this mean? You can only enroll in new health insurance between this fucking time period?
year because
can't
no
just
one
change
tends to be
anytime?
busy prepping for any large family gatherings or holidays.
It's the most wonderful time to look at the minutiae of health insurance contracts and compare them to different providers because you want to make sure that you get the best one before you get, because you're going to be locked into it for a year or so.
If you miss that open enrollment window, you're stuck with whatever health insurance you currently have for the rest of the year. Except
You never had to re-enroll through work? I mean, it's done automatically. I signed up when I first got the job, and then it just re-enrolls me every year. I guess it was around that time, but I
To
never.
swap my health insurance in the middle of the year. Is that because I'm special and extremely handsome? No, though I am both of those things. I had a qualifying life event, or QLE, which is that my COBRA insurance ran out. Okay, hey, little sidebar. COBRA stands for the Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, but all you need to know is that it allows you to continue your work-sponsored health insurance for up to a year and a half in the event that you leave or lose your job. And it's got a super cool name, but it's hella expensive, and I'm a big dumb dummy for continuing mine for the full year and a half, and you can
Don't
all
need
dunk
it,
on
don't
me
want
now.
it.
Hey, look at this jabroni, keeping his COBRA health insurance for a year and a half. Could have done cheaper, so that's all I can think of. There are all kinds of QLEs, like losing a job, having a family member die, or leaving prison. All things that
like $500 a
drastically
month.
change your needs for health insurance. The thing is, QLEs, by definition,
The thing is, I'm kind of like strong like bull. You know what I'm saying? And I also haven't been to the hospital, so I'll never need to go to the hospital. Do you guys understand? If it hasn't happened in the past, that means guaranteed it won't happen in the future. Are you guys understand? Like, here, let me give you a simple example. Let's say you're in Las Vegas and you're playing roulette, right? And it comes up red, and then it comes up red again, and it comes up red again. Next time you bet red, because now it's obviously a red-based system. Okay? Red is what's been happening, so red is what's continuing to happen. So you can make almost guaranteed money. Unless, of course, black is due. A good gambler will know when black is due. At that point, you switch to black because black is guaranteed because it's due. So either way, you're going to make money.
huge life events that are probably going to be taking up a lot of your mental space. It might be hard to do new research on a different health plan when you're busy, I don't know, having a baby. The bonus challenge of QLEs is that they're a little like quick time events in that you need to act quickly in order to actually change your health insurance.
Okay.
Was that a baby? This is called a special enrollment period, and it's usually 60 days before or after the QLE, depending on what it is. I knew my COBRA was running out, so I had 60 days before, but if it's a family member dying, it'll be 60 days after, because if you start looking for new health insurance before, that's hella suspicious. But it's also important to use these QLEs when you have them, especially for things like moving to a new zip code, which might
It'd be insane if they caught a murderer because they were looking at health insurance before the murder. If they were preempting the murder of a family member by trying to fucking get a better deal on prescription drugs.
not seem like that big of a deal, but it is, because of
What's in-network versus out-of-network?
most insurances have a list of providers that are considered
I hate this shit.
in-network, which just means that they work with the insurance company, and the procedures you get.
Especially since moving from NorCal to SoCal and trying to find in-network providers for all this NorCal, Bay Area-based insurance that I got. It's just like there's less fucking options.
With them will be covered, at least in part. Anyone who isn't in network is, surprise, out of network and doesn't get coverage. Now, if this seems simple, that's because it is one of the easiest things to grasp about health insurance, or it was until I learned about multi-tier networks. This splits your in-network providers into different tiers with different co-pays and co-insurances.
Fuck off.
Technically, they are all still in-network, but now some are preferred and others aren't, which makes this diagram a little bit more blurry. Apparently, these plans are becoming more popular because, of course, the one clear thing about health insurance needed to be worse. The problem is that you have to be proactive in making sure that your doctors are in network. And sometimes moving to a new place will mean that your insurance doesn't have anyone in network around you. This can be especially troublesome in emergency situations where your first thought is rarely, I hope that they're bringing me to an in-network provider. Because you're usually thinking, oh my God, I'm on fire! According to a 2021 analysis, half of all emergency ambulance rides are out of
Ugh.
network, meaning that even if you have an HMO plan, you'll be paying for all of that ambulance fee, and none of it will count toward your out-of-pocket maximum.
Hey! What's an H?
This is a fucked system. This is so bad. This is so fucking scammy and bad, dude. This is ridiculous. Is what I would say if I lived in a different country than America, because I'd be so jealous. That's what I would say. Luckily, I live in America, so I'm actually quite happy and pleased with what I have. But
And even if that ambulance ride is in-network and brings you to an in-network hospital, that hospital might have some out-of-network doctors, like anesthesiologists, or sometimes an ER doctor is a contractor and is out of network. And again, it's on you to make sure.
you pay for ambulance? Bro, ambulance is charged through the fucking nose. Ambulance rides are fucking crazy. Aren't there people that like literally refuse to be picked up by ambulances because they know the cost will be too prohibitive?
That you are being treated by someone okayed by your insurance, which can be difficult if you're in shock or unconscious or bleeding profusely.
Yeah, it's just Uber, dude. If my leg's broken, give me an Uber. I can control the aux at least.
But that's why a lot of people on HMO plans will wake up to a bright new day and a big old bill.
Hey, what is that? Hey, what is an HMO plan?
I am getting there, okay? Hold your horses. I have to explain the basics before I get to the weird acronyms, all right? Be patient. Jeez.
Uber added a 2K fee? No, that can't be true. Uber added a fee if it goes to hospitals, and there's no shot. I would have heard about this. I don't believe that. No, I don't know. They literally wouldn't do that.
Lost my place. I'm gonna explain HMOs now.
What are HMO, PPO, EPO, and POS plans?
So, you've got a basic understanding of the things that make up a health insurance plan, and you're ready to dive into the dark depths of acronym hell. These
Yeah!
are different types of health insurance policies, and they stand for Health Maintenance Organization, Preferred Provider Organization, Exclusive Provider Organization, and Point of Service. That should help clear it up. Let's start with an HMO plan, because that's the one that I have. It's the most common individual marketplace plan, and its benefits are that you have a slightly lower premium, but the negatives are that you have to stay in-network, and that group of in-network providers might be pretty small. Also, if you need to go to a specialist, you have to be referred by your primary care physician. So if I gotta go to a special doctor,
Wonder what's the business incentive behind making the network so small? Like, do the insurance companies, I assume they have like some partnership with the providers that are in their network to where are they getting kickbacks? Or are they getting like what's the it's like are they getting like are they getting like they're negotiating it cheaper because they're referring?
doctor for my special illness, I first have to go through my boring doctor.
You don't have to say it like that.
A PPO is much more
They
common
charge
for
the insurance company
employer-based
less, right?
health
That makes sense.
insurance, meaning that your job will help pay for it as one of the benefits. As such,
Yeah, I
the
had
premiums
PPO.
tend to be higher, but you get a lot more flexibility. The network of providers is usually bigger, and you can go out of network, although it'll still be more expensive. But hey, you don't need any referrals to go see a specialist.
But I would refer you if you asked me.
An EPO is pretty similar to an HMO in that you have a small network of providers and you can't go out of network, but you don't need to have your own primary care physician to refer you to specialists. So this one's mostly good if you hate your boring doctor. And a POS is kind of a combo of a PPO and an HMO.
POS,
you need to have
Omega
a primary
Wolf.
care physician, but you can go out of network if your primary care physician refers you to them.
What, no joke about me this time?
Nope.
Just makes me feel bad in a different way.
These acronyms might seem to blend together in certain ways, and they definitely do, but don't worry. I have a
Wait, someone did a study. Wait, what the fuck? Someone did a study at USC and found that Ubers were both faster and cheaper in many parts of LA than ambulances, and concluded that it was a better option for most non-life-threatening injuries. That's so fucked. That's so fucked. Dude, if a fucking ride in a vehicle costs $8,000, they better fucking blow me en route, dude. There's no fucking shot that an ambulance should cost $8,000. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Home of the free baby. That's absurd. That's an absurd. That makes no sense.
Totally different set of acronyms to help add to the confusion.
What do HSA, MSA, FSA, and HRA mean?
Oh boy, let's split these acronyms up so that way you can tell if you even need to worry about them in the first place. A health savings account and a medical savings account are only available to you if you have an HDHP, which is a high deductible health plan. And a flexible spending account and a health reimbursement arrangement is only available to you via an employer. So
Right.
if you don't have an HDHP, you don't gotta worry about these two. And if you don't have a job that has health benefits, you don't need to worry about these two. And
I'm
if you
free.
have neither of those things, you're just like me.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a good thing, but it's too late now. We have already become one. I'm gonna be real with you, this is the part of the video I feel the least comfortable talking about because it combines the two titans of American bureaucracy, healthcare and taxes.
Woo!
And the main reason you would want any of these acronyms is for tax benefits, but it varies based on your employer or the bank.
Those would be the two biggest unlocks for making the average person's life better. Is if we had a cleaner, simpler, easier to understand tax system and a cleaner, simpler, easy to understand health system. Oh my God, the fucking dream. If those two things existed, the average person would, it would just be fucking enormous. Not only for like saving money on everybody, but like the ability to make decisions in your life that are beneficial. Like it would be much more incentivized to start businesses and take risks and move to different cities, and all that shit is like so fucking restrictive and constraining.
That you're getting the account from, and I am so worried that I'm gonna screw it up and get put on an IRS watch list, which is the worst list to be on. So I'll just give you a quick rundown while also reminding you to do your own research before signing up for any of these accounts. An HSA is a savings account for your health. And so that means you can contribute a certain amount of tax-deductible money to it each year, and then you can use that money for any qualifying medical expenses. This money rolls over year after year. FSAs allow you to contribute a certain
I
amount.
wonder, does that money stay in there? Because I've done this. So I have a HSA, and I put in like, I don't know, $1,000 or $2,000 a year, maybe more. And it's just been racking up in there. And I used to get the paper thing, the paper mail. And they would say like, hey, you've got all this money in there. If you get sick, use it. And then I stopped. I checked the box for no more paper. And now I don't know where to find it. I don't know how much I have. And I don't know where it is. But I do have money saved up in an HSA. I just no longer... I no longer get the fucking mail.
Each year, and then you can use that money for any qualifying medical expenses. This money rolls over year after year. FSAs allow you to contribute a certain amount of tax-free money, which you can then use for medical expenses that year. But it's only that year.
You can use the HSA money directly for stocks and it's not taxable? You're fucking shitting me. That's what I'm going to do, baby. I'm going to put all my money in an HSA and turn it into a slush fund that I use to fucking gamble on fucking meme stocks. That sounds fire. Hey, look, next to my health insurance card, which I did have out today because I was setting this up, I got a cool fake card that says intentionally blank. And now I can introduce myself and say, hey, I'm Mr. Blank. intentionally blank. Here's my card. And then I'll hand it to him, and then I'll get a little laugh. All right? And that'll be a fun way to introduce myself. So
Unlike an HSA, this money does not roll over.
Got my next party
and
planned.
if you leave your employer, you can't take it with you. But if you have a nice employer, they can sometimes offer you a grace period of up to 2.5 months to keep using that money, or they can let you roll over some of it into the next year. But they can only choose one of these two options. But let's say you have $1,000 of unused FSA money at the end of the year and no medical procedures to use them on. You can actually use some of that money on over-the-counter FSA-eligible items, like laxatives. You just have to keep the receipts and make sure they're approved. Weirdly, the best place I've found to get information
So you could buy
on this is not
$1,000
the
worth of
government
laxatives?
website, but the CVS webpage, because they want your money. But hey, it's good to know in case you need to quickly drop $500 on stool softener. We've all been there. Don't ask questions. An HRA allows your employer to reimburse you for some medical bills, and those reimbursements are tax-free. And an MSA is similar to an HSA, except with an MSA, you are allowed
What the
to
fuck is
never
he
pay
talking
taxes.
about?
IRS! You screwed up, bucko!
I'm sorry! Okay, but an MSA really is similar to an HSA. It's just that I don't think most of you viewers are even gonna have the opportunity to get one of these, because not only do you need an HDHP, but you also have to be in Medicare. I haven't explained what Medicare is.
What are Medicare and Medicaid?
These two words mean very different things, but they're both government-funded programs related to healthcare, so a lot
I liked there was you seen that photo of the woman who's got the sign that says "Keep your government hands off my Medicare." She's like, just assume that Medicare came from nowhere and that the government was gonna like I thought it was pretty base.
A lot of people, myself included, will use one word when they mean the other. Heck, if you Google either of them, the top result is going to be Medicaid versus Medicare, the lesser-known sequel to Alien versus Predator. One of the main differences between the two is your eligibility. For Medicaid, your eligibility is based on your Modified Adjusted Gross Income, or MAGI. Magi? Let's go with Maggie. This means it's predominantly for low-income individuals and families. It's a federal program, but it's administered by each state, which means that each state will have its own rules and benefits.
Love that.
There are some mandatory benefits, but the optional ones tend to be on the chopping block if you live in a state that doesn't really care about public spending. Medicare is purely federal, and it's predominantly for people over the age of 65. The thing is, there are 4 different parts of Medicare. Part A is the kind where you don't have to pay a monthly premium, and it'll help with services like inpatient stuff and hospice care.
Yes,
and that's
I get it.
wonderful,
Thank
but
you.
most people
Thank you.
aren't checking into hospice care because they have a minor cold.
Achoo!
Oh, that's it for me, folks. Let's wrap it up. Put me in the ground. Medicare Part B is what most people would think of as just health insurance, because that's essentially what it is. You have to pay a monthly premium and you can go to a doctor for preventive stuff. Part D is for prescription drugs, and then Part C, I've had to pull out of order because it's
so
kind of weird,
complicated.
and it's sometimes called a Medicare Advantage plan.
This is what my grandmother has to deal with. She has to fucking learn all this shit just to live. Why don't they just make it? Ugh, it's so fucking ridiculous.
Part C is just private health insurance. It just happens to be approved and slightly subsidized by Medicare. If this all seems a little confusing, don't worry. You can always clear things up by checking the official Medicare.gov website.
Why doesn't everyone just stream on Twitch? I don't get it. Why don't they just stream on Twitch and then make money that way? Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you, Childish Shashino for the Prime. Thank you, Non-Fat Pancake for the Prime. Thank you, Ruckus House for the Prime. Fundamental, thank you for the 3 months and for paying for my hip surgery that I'm sure I'll need. Shelby Meister, thank you for 6 months. Hannah Pa, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't understand why everybody doesn't do that.
Like here on the What Medicare Covers webpage, which at the time of this video's publish starts with the question,
Wait, there's a private Medicare? What does that even mean? Wait, what? Okay, I'm actually confused.
my test item or service covered, and answers it with the very helpful summary missing. Okay, to be fair, in the month it has taken me to edit this video, they have changed
Damn, he edits his own
the
video? Get a shot.
Medicare.gov webpage. Now, instead of saying summary missing, it says nothing after the link. You're just supposed to click the link, which is the more clear thing to do, and I'm sure it is fine, because if there's one thing I know about people over the age of 65, it's that they've never been confused by the internet.
This issue with vague government websites can also be found with Medicaid. Since Medicaid is administered by each state, you might want to check your eligibility for, say, Nebraska by going to their website.
Bro, just the fat fucking gigantic, like gargantuan, like as big as the country sized blood-sucking parasitic leech that has infiltrated every fucking aspect of every middleman and just and has to get a fucking blood tax on every possible thing that should be simple is so great.
Site, where it'll tell you you might be eligible if you are over 65, under 18, or an adult from 19 to 64. Hey, Nebraska? That's everyone! This might be one reason why the Biden administration recently set up $49 million in grants, not for healthcare, but just to increase education about who is eligible for Medicaid. Currently, there are millions of children who are uninsured in America, but could be insured through Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program, but the families just don't know that they're eligible.
Good. That's always good.
I wonder why.
What's obfuscation?
Obfuscation is a bit of a self-referential word because it's obfuscating a much more
I mean, but the everyone's just saying capitalism like it's just capitalism, but other capitalist countries don't necessarily have it this bad. It's like the real problem is lobbying, right? It's like it's the relationship between capital and government. It's like it's the fact that big money has, especially in America more than anywhere else, like such a profound impact over policies. Because theoretically, like, you know, in a competitive style capitalism, most of this shit is so bad it would get easily beaten by something else. Like someone would start up a better version, but it's impossible to like make a competitive healthcare program. Like you almost can't do it. There's so many regulations that prevent. Like the best hope for better healthcare in America is sadly Amazon. Because Amazon's like the only company that has the fucking capital and muscle to like go to war with the fucking insurance companies. And Amazon's trying to get into healthcare and hopefully make a cheaper option for the average person, which is like sad that has to be the option. But like they're the only ones that could even possibly stand up to. And Amazon, Amazon's already scaled back some of their plans. I know they were like talking a big game about it, but it's so fucking difficult. The regulations are like miles deep, and it's so entrenched. All the middlemen that fucking blood suck. So it's like, I don't know. Like that's that again to me. Almost every major problem we have comes back to the fact that lobbying is so prevalent, and the ability for big money to buy political power is just like, ugh, it's disgusting. It's like it's the worst part of the country. It makes progress impossible.
Straightforward way to describe this phenomenon, which is called being a little shit. When you obfuscate something, it means that you are intentionally making it unclear, whether that's through jargon or flowery speech or just mumbling through your voice. So sorry for people who understand. Although this term isn't exclusive to health insurance, I still feel like it's a good final one for this video because almost every single thing about health insurance has been obfuscated to make it nearly impossible to get a straight answer. It makes you feel helpless, and after the past few months of researching and writing this video, I'm beginning to think it might be designed that way. Oh, you're just a little baby? Are you just a little baby? You can't even figure out how to get your own health insurance?
It's kind of fun, though. It's kind of like the Dark Souls, you know, of life, of like staying healthy. Like, if it were easy, it would be baby Animal Crossing boring. You know what I'm saying? But, like, maybe making... You know, I hate when the lore is spoon-fed to you. I like it when it's a little bit of a challenge. You have to explore a little. You have to do a little... That's kind of cool. So,
baby. Buy my HMO plan! Health insurance companies benefit by making you confused, whether that's buying a new plan that looks cheap but might cost a ton out of pocket, or when your insurance company says, we don't actually cover that, and you have to decide whether it's worth it to spend hours on the phone arguing with someone about it.
So I guess me dying in my 20s would be world record pace. Bro, have you met infants from the past 3,000 years? Yeah, no, dude, the fucking records have been set long ago, dude. The records have long ago been set, dude. In fact, they're getting worse. Our speed runs are way slower now.
Or when you realize that this new doctor that you need might not be.
I saw it was a very interesting YouTube video that said the average person in human history did, or like maybe it was the average or maybe the median. The median person in human history didn't live to 20. Like of all human beings that have ever been born, more than half didn't reach 20 years old. That's crazy. I thought it was very interesting.
Be covered by your current plan, but uh-oh, you missed open enrollment, so you're stuck with it. And it's not just insurance companies. Some providers might not be as scrupulous as you'd like and will take advantage of your confusion.
Interesting or horrifying? Well, it's not really applicable to modern day. It was because, you know, there's for most of human history, not now, but for most human history, most common way to die was infant mortality. It was just like, I don't think that's true. You have to watch it from the Vlog Brothers. You have to watch the video, and you can leave them a YouTube comment if you think it's not true.
To upcharge you on every minor thing. So as a word of advice, always
but I think it is true.
For an itemized receipt of procedures and costs if you go to a hospital. It might make the costs.
Bro, can I tell you, this is fucking crazy. Dude, the costs are so fucking arbitrary. So I was just at the dentist, right? And I got a fucking, I got a cleaning, and then I got this thing for like, it's like, I don't know, like a gum thing, like a gum cleaner that I got that I'm gonna take home. And it cost like an absurd amount of money. It cost like, I don't know, $400. Something ridiculous, right? And it was very expensive. And I was talking to her about it, and I was like, all right, doesn't my insurance cover that? And she goes, actually, yada, 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 deductible, whatever. It only covers up to this amount, so you have to pay this. And I was like, that's kind of whack. Like, I haven't even used this insurance like for 2 years. There's no way it covers it. And then I was like kind of going back and forth with her on a little bit. And she's like, you know what? I can give you a discount. And I just see her click a button for discount and then types in minus $200. And then it was like, she didn't even care. It was just her whim. It was just because she felt like it that day. It made me almost more mad. It made me more mad. She just knocked off $200 for no fucking reason. Because she could. Because she didn't, like, then your fucking prices don't matter. It's all just, like, if I hadn't argued with you, I would have to pay $200 more. Oh, it was so ridiculous. It was so, I was like, wait, what? You could have done that from the beginning? What's the, oh my God. Anyway, I did make $200 for being a little fucking squeaky wheel shithead about it, but I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they just fucking chunked that in there for no reason, hoping nobody would ask.
Go down because they don't want to admit in writing that they charged you $200 for a smooch on the boo-boo. Why do I always default to kissing?
So, what now?
I really wish I had a good way to wrap this video up with like a cool quick tip on how to get the good health insurance and avoid the bad, and also to dismantle the entire private health insurance system, but I don't, because there isn't, and I sincerely doubt that there will be anytime soon. If you take a look at lobbying money, health insurance is always one of the top spenders.
Ooh, yeah.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, a conglomerate that is responsible for insuring nearly 1/3 of all Americans, consistently spends about $25 million on lobbying a year.
Bro, that's such baby money for the money they get back. It's crazy that everybody has to live in this shit fucking system for $25 million. Elon Musk wipes his ass with $25 million. He just spent $42 billion on fucking Twitter, which loses money. And we can't get better healthcare because our politicians are so fucking corrupt and so cheap that for $25 million. It's so ridiculous. If they're going to sell everybody out, at least do it for more money.
And though I can't say for certain what that money gets used for, I can promise you it hasn't made this insurance system any easier to grasp. So much of health insurance, something that is designed to help you navigate the medical system, leaves you entirely on your own. And that's why I think it's important to have even a little grasp of what these terms mean. And although this video is predominantly useless, I hope that I've at least made these terms feel a little less overwhelming to you. And if I've accidentally made them feel more overwhelming, just know that there are so many more terms, and there's so much more detail and explanations and caveats, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. For real though, it's normal to feel overwhelmed. The system sucks. And as much as I'd like to be able to talk to someone about this overwhelmed feeling I have, my therapist for the past 4 years actually isn't covered by my new health insurance, so oopsie daisy, I made this video instead. But hey, we're working through it together, and there are plenty of healthcare reform.
I love content as therapy. Oh, yeah, I remember
Advocacy groups that you can join or support if you, like me, would prefer our system to work a little better for the people it's supposed to help. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a shiny new HMO plan, and I haven't had an annual checkup since 2014, so I'm gonna go make the most of it.
Yeah! Yeah! Whew. Oh, he's running. USA, USA, USA. No longer a KFC Taco Bell man, though. I'm 100% a Popeyes man. I have been converted. That was a good video, actually. I wonder how other countries do healthcare. I mean, it's a wide array, but in general, like, for example, the country I've been in that had the best healthcare was South Korea. Everything was easy and cheap, and I wasn't even a citizen. It was all so quick, and man, it was just awesome. It was just quick, easy, not complicated. I got what I needed. I got medication I needed. It was just all fucking, it was just great. And like, that country's a capitalist dystopia. That country has 5 corporations that control like all business in the fucking nation, and they were able to do it. It's crazy how bad it is here. Same with China. It's pretty solid. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, again, I like, it's not an inherent feature of capitalism. They have to have bad healthcare. It's great. We should fucking get better healthcare. Video related to your dentist story. Here's a 5 minutes from Adam Cotton about healthcare costs are arbitrary. Let me see. Dum 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 da dum da dum. That was interesting. I will say, bit of a bummer, but it was interesting. But I'm sure all of us will be healthy our entire lives and never, ever, ever need to go to the hospital or the dentist for any reason, and therefore we won't encounter this. Yo! Jarvis Johnson is down to see Black Adam with me, and he's bringing Terramana tequila. Yes! All right, now we got to lock in Eddie Burback, and we'll have a fucking... We'll have a fucking party. Also, it's in the world of, you know, any big A frogs out there who want to hear about possible future collabs. Northern Lion messaged me. He said, yo, can we move our collab to next week? Because this week is impossible for me. I have an Overwatch 2 sponsored thing that is taking up a ton of my stream time. So, NL asked to move next week, which is fine. We'll be doing that next week. And Germa messaged me, and we're going to get dinner when I'm in Vegas for the Smash event. So, everything's coming up, Atrioc. All right, I'm finding all the fucking... He's playing so much Overwatch 2, dude. It's painful. Dude, he's fucking getting the bag and probably having fun. Germa is the reason I'm not subbed to this channel. I know you mean it like, hey, I only have one sub, but I'm using it on Germa, which is fine. But when you say it like that, it sounds like Germa is like doing an anti-Atrioc campaign. It sounds like Germa is going live and saying, do not support this man with a photo of my face, which he's not doing. No, he's not doing that. No. I have no problem if you want to subscribe to his content. And yeah. But I don't think he's actively trying to. Dude, it's not. The hair's off today. He did that on his Scorn stream. He paused playing Scorn to talk about how I should not be supported at any cost. That's crazy. That's insane. It doesn't. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you guys are making it up. We would never lie. Well, I'll ask him at dinner. I'll bring it up. I will bring this up at dinner with Germa, and I will ask him if he is waging a campaign against me. He was really passionate about it too. He was extremely passionate that I don't get any... Interesting. All right. Well, I'll ask him. We'll find out. He got stun locked on it for 6 minutes. Yeah? His chat was telling him to move on, but he couldn't. He couldn't get off the subject of how nobody should sub over here. Is that... Okay. Wow. He's always so nice when we meet in person. I'm surprised that this is a big part of his content. And I've never seen a clip of it. He said, you know who should scorn? Atrioc. Scorn Atrioc. He's a menace, dude. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is so much effort that he goes through. Almost flattering in a way. Rice on collar. Yes, thank you. There's a nicer way to say that. You don't all caps type rice on collar. You know what I'm saying? If I drop a little rice on the collar, you can just say, hey, little food spilled. You got something on your collar. You know what I'm saying? It's just... If you're hanging out with somebody in person and they got like a little, like, I don't know, something in their teeth, you don't go fucking food in teeth, you know, yeah, there's got to be a nicer way. All right. Are we thinking? What are we thinking? Is there any hilarious LSF clips? While I'm on the subject. We're not quite at community yet. No. That's in an hour. So... Oh, Amaranth's taking a break? Interesting. Good for her, hopefully, as long as there's nothing sinister behind it. She did have a great, I mean, the horse ranch stream, and she's been doing Overwatch too. That's been pretty fun. All right, well, good for her. Seagull aiming like a Valorant player. What does it mean?
You're aiming like a Valorant player right now? Well, no, Chad, I can't. I actually moved my mouse. 1 second. Let me set up. Yeah. Setting up here. Nice tight angle. Set up head level. Inch to the left. All right, guys. We're ready. You're aiming like a Valorant player right now? Well, no.
I love it when a clip comes together. I love it when a clip comes together. I think the actual possibly greatest clip that I've seen in years is the XUC CSGO clip. You know, and that's luck the way it all worked out with the other guy. That clip's probably the best clip in years. Show? You haven't seen it? All right. Is this it?
I think there's one in Z. I think there's one in Z. Care. I'm sitting in the smoke.
I'm gonna molly him then.
Okay. I just got mollied. I think they mollied me. Where did your molly hit?
I didn't throw it yet. Want me to throw it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm blind. They just fucking threw a fucking perfect flash at me. These guys like know right where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guy's playing along, but it's just it makes it god tier. It elevates it to the most hilarious fucking clip I've ever seen. Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know Jesse, but he sounds really, really funny. Have you seen the Northern Lion Warzone spray clip? No. Northern Lion Warzone spray clip. The most minkest spray of all time? What does that mean?
I should have had him. It's like,
Dan, it's you and me against the world.
Okay.
I killed one. One is like kind of right here by orange, I think.
Just camp in the corner. I'm coming to you.
Oh, no.
Got one.
Oh, no.
Got the other.
Oh, no, dude.
Last one right here.
No,
Oh, wait, you gotta. Oh, on you, on top of you.
alright, Ryan.
On down, drop down. I'm out of fucking.
All right, well, you didn't see his face, but it's just him shaking his
I'm
head.
coming to you.
Got one.
Got the.
That's fucking. That's funny. funny. Hassan plays a clip from last year of Train talking about gambling.
And someone could be watching you for 19 hours, but they see you get that win, and that dopamine is what guides them to do this.
Without context, sure, but with the way my streams are structured, I don't believe that's the case at all. I think the way I gamble and the awareness I give, I think it's doing the best it can for new gamblers. You understand? I'm gambling for me. I'm gambling for fucking fun. That's what I do.
He's gambling for all the people who have been fucked over by gamblers, fucked over by casinos. He's doing it for fun, and not for the $360 million that he got, apparently, as he said. He gambles for the children.
There's just on the real, there is zero shot in the fucking world that Train walked away with $360 million in any fucking universe. Not even close, dude. Fucking, he's walking away with David Zaslav's fucking yearly salary for gambling on Twitter. There's no fucking shot. It's not. The scale of the numbers is not even close to that. There's no fucking way. I don't doubt he made a few million. There's just zero shot it was in the hundreds of millions. No, there's just no way. He's probably counting the money. He's certainly counting the money he was playing with. And for the casino, it was never out of their hands, though, is what I'm trying to say. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Thoughts on Shakespeare? I actually don't know too much about Shakespeare, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think I've done anything outside of school stuff related to Shakespeare. I've never like looked into it. Shakespeare was a bitch. Shakespeare was a sigma. The duality of man. He had some bars. He was the throat goat. Shakespeare? Shakespeare was the Atrioc of his time. Cool. So his plays were kind of like the marketing Mondays of their day. Is that sort of what you're saying? Like they enthralled people. For real, for real. Hey, did you see? I tweeted it today. Fucking some kids in their English class. Our education system is healing is what I tweeted. And this fucking kid.
Interesting. And for why food marketing? Well, food marketing is actually really, really interesting.
That's so fucking crazy to me. That is truly baffling, especially because this video has me like, you know, bringing on my good friend Bergsy, an animatronic burger who loves to relate to Gen Z and talk about how depressed he is. That's like part of this video in English class. You're the reason that NYU professor got fired? Yeah, because they don't need to teach org chem with teachers anymore. They can just put on an Atrioc video. You know what I'm saying? Why pay an expensive professor who's tenured when you could just toss on the Atrioc backlog and everyone can get smarter that way? New Nolan Pilgrim drop tonight? I'll have to check it out. Is Scrub Daddy still happening? Dude, if you ask that fucking one more time, I'm gonna start banning for it. I tell a story every single day. If I know more, I'll tell you. No, there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. You ask me every single day, I tell you the same story every single day. It'll never end. I gotta do something. I gotta change something up. What else is going on? What else is fucking happening? Atrioc, I spend today's wages on ice cream. What? Cool. Congrats. Was it good ice cream? Did you enjoy it? That's not really what's going on. Like, I was asking for, like, is there events or is there, like, anything interesting to discuss? And you talked about how you spent your day's wages on ice cream. But I'm glad to hear that, and I hope it was good. It sounds like that's pretty expensive ice cream. I don't... Like, a day's wages, even at minimum wage, should be well more than a cost of ice cream for one person. Twitter employee stock froze and had a buyout. Ooh, someone's a fucking business news watcher. Yes. Twitter has frozen employee stock payouts, which is a good sign that the buyout is going through. Also, anyone who listened to Elon Musk on the Tesla earnings call today, he also seemed pretty positive that it's going through. So the deal is circling the drain of completion. And it seems like Elon Musk will be the owner of Tesla. Less likely Well, I'll talk about this on Marketing Monday. I want to talk about the Kanye stuff too. So short Twitter. Well, the thing is, it's a private company once he buys it. So you can't short nor long it. You will not be able to purchase or have any dealings of stock in Twitter once he owns it, because it will no longer be a publicly traded company. What was interesting is I was reading some of the disclosures, and it's like he is not putting up all the money himself, obviously. Some of it's coming from banks in terms of debt, and some of it's coming from friends and investors. Basically, a lot of people that agreed to help pay for it in April and now hate the fact that they have to do it, but they agreed, and Elon Musk is holding them to it. But the documents all say that he has exclusive 100% total control. So like if he, maybe he's putting up 30 billion, banks are putting up 12 billion, maybe someone's putting up 8 billion. Like that person doesn't get a percent of control. They don't get a vote. All of the votes go to Elon. He has 100% control of Twitter. No one can overrule him on anything at any reason for any. Yeah, he has complete and total control of Twitter, which is assuming it goes through. Do you think this will be one of the dumbest acquisitions ever? Very likely. Yeah, very, very, very likely. It already is. It already is. Just the way it's been handled has been so poor, and the way he's buying a company worth $12 billion, probably, for $42 billion. If you drive a $42 billion car off the lot and it loses $30 billion in value the second you put in the keys, that's like a pretty bad buy. What did they get if not some control? Well, they still get a piece of the company. So if the company ever goes public again, or it sells, or it increases in value, their share of the company will be worth more, and they can sell that. But they'd have no voting. They have no power to affect decisions. They're basically just betting that Elon can handle it all. Do a Reddit recap? I do a Reddit recap on Fridays. Have you watched Edge Runners? No, I think I'll watch an episode tonight. I'm going to hold myself to that. I'll watch Edge Runners tonight. The problem is we always end this stream by watching Community, and then I don't want to watch more TV, so I do something else. But I'll watch Edge Runners tonight. Teardown level tonight? Nah, I just did Teardown. Although I will say, if you're a VOD Andy at all, or if you've ever liked Teardown, I think the last Teardown stream is probably one of my favorites ever. It was probably the most creative, I think, out of the box solution that we've almost ever had in Teardown. It was really sick. I don't think I can't imagine someone else coming up with the same. I won't say it's the most efficient or the best, but it was definitely a unique, a very unique take on it, which I was pretty proud of. It was fun. Make a vid from it? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll make a vid from it. There'll probably be a YouTube video of it. You watched Law Worlds? I did. I watched all of it, and I'm going to the finals. Thoughts on story-based games? I love them. But I prefer they're short. I played a little more Fury on Furier difficulty off stream. I bet the second boss. What did I want to say? The Fury story is pretty cool. If you guys didn't know about it, I figured it out now. It's basically in Fury, you play a clone robot that's sent down to a planet to see if it's ready to be conquered. And everything you touch rots, and you're just the fucking goated killing machine. And they don't know that you're like that, and you can't talk to them. So they just get scared, and they lock you up because you're destroying everything around you, and you're ruining the world. And then the architect... Oh, is this spoilers? And then the architect is that bunny rabbit. The guy that made the prison is the bunny rabbit talking to you the whole time. And he's he makes the prison, and he's super happy with it, and it's keeping you trapped. But he has to be in there with you. And after years and years and years, he gets fucking pissed about it. And he basically realizes that he misses his daughter. And the only way he can get out of his own prison is to, like, release you and let you fucking kill everybody. Which he does. And so that's the whole fucking reveal. And then the end of the game is you, like, destroying the fucking mothership that you came from. You ever played Detroit on stream? Detroit Become Human? No. Connor said it was fun on stream. So doesn't that make you a bad guy? Yeah, you are a bad guy. You are the villain. In Fury, you are the villain until the very end. Can we watch a game theory? I don't want to get angry. Come on now. You don't want to make me angry. I don't want to fucking lose it. What is this one? Soda describes all the life of an average Twitch chatter. What's this?
Contribute with anything else than just spewing garbage. And
I know what happened.
And try to, like, you're so mad, you're just push other people down.
What is
your
this?
level. Sorry.
I understand what happened. This person was at school, all right? And they were at lunch, and they're like, where do I sit? And they couldn't find anywhere to sit because no one wanted to hang out with them because they're just really not a fun person. Not because everyone else is bad, but because they're just a really fucking boring, mean, shit, grotesque person. It's their fault. And then they decided to go home, and they thought, why don't I get invited to anything? And then they decided to take it out on someone else, projecting their insecurities and problems onto another human to make themselves feel better. You have nowhere to sit at the lunch table. When you get older, no one's gonna want to hire you either. You're fucked forever. And going in Twitch chat to fix your problems is not the right answer. So I think we should.
I was with him till the end. I was with him till the end. I think it's a great idea. No, I feel like, because sometimes when I have a bad day, I can yell at my chat. And so now I'm thinking, what if I don't even yell at my chat? I can go into someone's stream and I can be mean to them. That would actually help me a lot. That sounds awesome because that benefits me, and then I can sort of externalize my problems. That sounds really cool. I think I might actually start doing that. I didn't realize that's what you guys are doing. That's actually that's a goated idea. I feel heard, listened to, and seen. I am valid. You know what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start watching YouTube videos, and I'll only watch like the first few minutes and not understand what it's about at all and not really give it any critical thought. But I'll write a really angry response that mischaracterizes the point of the whole video, and I will get really heated about it. And that'll make me feel better because I'm like getting it off my chest and out into the world, and I can sort of like let this person know in some small way that like I don't like their content, and that rather than not watching it, I want them to feel bad about it. That's awesome. That sounds actually hella fun. That seems cathartic and smart. That sounds hype as fuck. Have you played Salt and Sanctuary? Nope, I haven't. Is it good? What's this one? Someone got sued for making pasta that wasn't in Italy? I got some news you should hear about. Holy shit, this should be wins and fails. Can I save this? Bro, I'm saving this. No, this is hilarious. This is wins and fails material. Everyone just Pepe laugh when I start talking about pasta on Monday, and you'll be like, I know what this is about because I'm a Twitch frog and I've seen every episode, and so I know what this is about. All right, and you'll be like, you'll be in on a secret joke. Yeah, let me save this in my fucking wins and fails folder. This is hilarious. Community win at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock. Do you play any MMO? I've only played Star Wars Galaxies when it first came out, which is like fucking 20 years ago. Then I played WoW for one summer, and it took over my entire life, and I said, holy shit. This is not good. And I think that's it. It's probably all my MMO experience, to be honest. I think I tried and RuneScape. I did play a ton of RuneScape, actually. Ori this weekend. So this weekend I'm in Vegas for the Smash Invitational. We're putting on the Ludwig Invitational, Smash Invitational, with a bunch of off-brand meetings. So I will not be here, but I will stream on Friday. I think I'm gonna leave Friday night, and then Saturday, Sunday I'll be gone. Big A, you're in LA currently, right? Yes. Yes, I am currently in LA. Good to know. Look outside your window then. Okay, relax. Relax. What would you say was the worst game you ever played? I don't know. What's the worst? You know, the more interesting question is what's the worst game I've ever beat? What's the game I've finished and thought, man, that wasn't worth it at all? That's probably a more interesting question. But I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm generally a liker, especially once I played the full way through. I can't think of something that's like really standing out, but have you played Sifu yet? I think I would really enjoy Sifu. I watched Bobby Scar play it for a little bit. It looked really fun. I think I would enjoy Sifu, but I'm trying to. My next thing is Ori. I think Ori is the next game, and Inside. I do want to play Inside, but I just, again, I like a game where I can beat it all in one sitting. So that's why I don't like jumping into games. And then, because then I play half of it, and then I do something else next day, and then it's like everyone's lost. Are we playing games tonight? I don't know. We only have 30 minutes till community, so I might fucking watch something or chill. Shoot the shit. I was listening to, who was talking about this? A Spectacle. I was watching a Spectacle stream, and he was talking about YouTube versus Twitch as a content creator. I thought that was interesting. I wish I had like some creator to talk to, but I thought it was interesting because his opinion was so much different than mine. I like vastly prefer YouTube. I think making YouTube stuff is like awesome, and it pays better, and it's more rewarding. And then Twitch is like chill, but it's not. But he saw the opposite. I think you will love Sifu once you have more time put into it. It's up your alley for sure. Yeah, I think I like it. I legitimately think I'd like it. Malo. It looks fucking dope. It looks like it looks like Fury a little bit. Which I really liked. YouTube doesn't have Prime though. Yeah, but I mean, even with Prime, YouTube makes more than Twitch. But not just about the money. It's like what's cool about YouTube is like if you do put a lot of work into a video and it is a banger, it just keeps getting views well after it's done. Like it's literally been, I don't know, a year since that Hitman $500 contract video, and it still gets views. Every day, it gets like 10,000, 20,000 new people checking it out, which is awesome. And you can't do that on Twitch. Like Twitch, like you can make your best idea, and then you do the whole stream, then it's over. I'm doing an internship in LA next year. Any must-dos? Amboy Burgers. I got told about Amboy Burgers by Hugs, Smash player. I think it's like the best burgers in all of LA, and perhaps a wider radius than that. Very, very good burgers. What's a good Phoenix burger spot? I don't know, but I just watched a Netflix thing on like the best pizza ever. And like the #1 best pizza was Pizza Bianco in fucking Phoenix, Arizona. And I never went, even though I lived in Arizona. So if you live in Arizona, go to fucking Pizza Bianco. Pizzeria Bianco. It looks fucking so goddamn delicious. I was watching it, I was like getting fucking meat sweats. It looks so fucking good. I would 100% go there if you can. That place is a 3-hour long wait. I would wait once. That looks fucking good, dude. That was like the best pizza I've seen. Let me see actually if I can show you a picture of it. Pizzeria Bianco. Phoenix. Oh, that's pretty good looking. But all these are just, I mean, like, these look good in the pictures. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was like this. Chef's Table, Pizzeria Bianco. That's what I want. I want, like, the footage. Thoughts on Amaranth's situation? I've talked about it. I think it's really, really great that she is finally getting, quote unquote, her freedom, like able to actually control her own life. I'm glad that she's getting this fucking terrible husband out of her life. And I think that he's getting help. And if she's taking a break for personal reasons that make sense to her, I'm really happy about that. Wait, is this it? Let me see. Oh, wait. What is this? Making, look at this.
What's happening, everybody?
This is the guy.
Welcome to another day in the life. And so, what I thought might be cool today is we make a pizza, and we'll show you the process, and then show it going in a box. Right, Lacho? Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Lacho's the best. Been with him since the beginning, since he was like this big. Well, since '94, and he's part of he's the family, just like everybody here. But so I thought we'd make a pizza, and
I
we'll
cook
show
a pizza.
like the process, and you know, it's kind of like I was thinking about, like when you buy a steak, you don't really get to show up to the slaughterhouse and like see the whole process, and you know, but maybe you feel more assured if you did. I don't know, maybe not. What do you think, Dave?
I think they will. I think they're gonna feel good about this.
So I think we'll make a pizza. We'll talk about what's going on. You know, somebody asked about a live chat. I don't know really what it is. Got to start this thing, but this is as live as I can get. But if you got a question, I'll always try to answer it, write it, blah blah blah. Okay, so we're gonna make a pizza. Here, Dave, come over here like this. You can shoot from there, I guess.
I shoot from right here.
Okay, come behind me. Okay, can you see this here? These are dough. They're about 228 grams, 8 ounces. See, I knew that all my European and Canadian friends. We go all.
They make this look really more cinematic in the Netflix show, I'll tell you that. It's like they have fucking high-resolution 4K cameras on the dough, and it's like, pff, and he's like, and then it cuts to him in like a grassy field, like touching all the fucking crops. And he's like, like, I just kind of want to see the pizza, all right? Give me the fucking pizza. All right, cook it up. Cook it a pizza.
Oh my God, it did? And that'll be out just a couple minutes. So, Lacho, you want to tell anybody else anything? Like, all our friends in Mexico? We can try cook it. Here's our dough. There's no excuse for this.
This is too long.
Back it up a little bit. Because after it gets color, and it depends.
Wait,
If I
where's
was
the
just doing
pizza?
Pure Neapolitan, I'd probably dome the pizza up. You know, want to get a little bit try. Our pizza's a little bit of a. So again.
Bro, it ends with no pizza shown. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. If I had to watch that whole thing and not seen the end of the pizza, I would have. I'm so glad I skipped ahead. I would have been furious. He burnt it. Bro, I just want to see a Pizzeria fucking Bianco delicious pizza. Was that so hard?
Hello from sunny Arizona. I'm here in the car with Cody.
Hey guys.
And we've got Georgie back there in the car seat. Today we are headed to Pizzeria Bianco.
Some mommy vlogger? I just want a fucking pizza. All right. Yeah, it's good looking pizza. I cooked a pizza. That looks good, dude. Yum, yum, yummers, McYummerson. I don't need that. Dude, there's so much extra crap in here. There's 1 second of pizza. All right. Was that a Chris Pratt voice? Yeah, that was Chris Pratt's Mario. Thin crust, what the fuck? You don't like thin crust pizza? We are not the same. Bro, thin crust, you get so much more delicious toppings per bite. Community, we're not there yet. 30 minutes. Thin crust is the best, bro. Thin, crispy. Crispy crust. That's what I fucking want. Deep dish, all bread, bro. It's all bread. Give me that thick, doughy crust all day. To each his own. But you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. I just want like best pizza footage 4K. Top. What is this? Rome, Italy. The best pizzeria in Rome that you must visit. Oh, this looks good. Oh, that's the kind of pizza I like. I usually like little cup pepperonis though, but yeah, it's fucking good, dude. You know, a little like salami on there or pepperoni, a little bit of meat. But outside of that, that's fucking tasty as hell.
Hey guys, it's Harry.
And this is Claudia, and today we're in Naples, Italy, in the birthplace of pizza, to find out which one has the best one in town.
So there are over 3,000 pizzerias here in Naples, and pizza is a huge part of the culture. We've used TripAdvisor, YouTube, social media to narrow it down to a top 4.
Okay.
We also spoke to a local expert that has eaten hundreds of pizzas in his life, and he's gonna give us his
I've
take
eaten hundreds of pizzas. I don't consider myself an expert.
Neapolitan pizza is.
That's all it takes to be an expert. Is you eat a bunch of
Neapolitan
pizzas.
is a kind of a ritual. We cannot wait to eat the next pizza, and we just dream about that all the time.
That's why he's the pizza expert. He's got the voice for it. Just the pizza.
A typical classic margherita is made with tomato sauce, fior di latte cheese, some basil, and then you can add also some pecorino if you like a more rich flavor.
Now it's really warm, it's really early, but I'm excited to eat some pizza. Should we go?
Yeah.
Let this guy voice Mario.
Our first stop is at Gino and Totò Sorbillo, which is located in Naples' historic city center.
Sorbillo maybe is the most social pizza place in Italy and in the world because the owner, Gino Sorbillo, is very well known around the globe.
I'm American and we know everything about other countries. So you're wrong. Okay? If an American doesn't know about it, probably isn't that well known. You know what I'm saying?
Using some biological flour and try
7K
to
likes, no
push
clout, dude.
more in terms of ingredients.
2K likes with
in
a
terms of
fucking
atmosphere
Conan O'Brien?
in the center of Napoli.
Per me il mio lavoro è una missione da portare avanti, sono orgoglioso di poterlo fare, di poterlo anche reinventare, cercando di, cosa che faccio ovviamente da sempre, di personalizzarlo a modo mio, facendo capire che anche sui lavori tradizionali e su prodotti tradizionali
Papa John's clears, I'm afraid.
un tocco artistico e un grande tocco anche di personalità.
Yeah? You think the best pizza in Naples, Italy doesn't clear your local Papa John's? Is that...
We joined Gino Sorbillo in his kitchen to show us how he makes his version of
That's
the perfect
crazy.
margherita pizza.
Una velatura
Better
di farina
ingredients.
sotto, perché noi siamo
Hey,
pizzaioli,
better
non siamo
ingredients,
pasta
better
freddi.
pizza. Yeah, these guys definitely have worse ingredients than Papa John's.
Mettiamo un cucchiaio e mezzo o 2 cucchiai.
1.5 spoonfuls of
San
San Marzano tomatoes.
Prendiamo il basilico che già abbiamo lavato
I
e che
love a
abbiamo
little basil on a
asciugato,
pizza.
non deve contenere acqua. E poi abbiamo del fior di latte
Yeah,
di
get that
Napoli.
cheese in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Per
yeah.
ultimo mettiamo un filo di olio extravergine di oliva.
Extra version so the chat feels right at home. Pizza comes out of the oven like that, automatically tastes better.
In pochi secondi, forse neanche un minuto,
That looks
noi abbiamo
fucking good.
diciamo, la trasformazione del prodotto.
Dude, look at that
Abbiamo
crispy
la pizza napoletana, abbiamo Napoli nel piatto, abbiamo una storia da mangiare.
Damn, that looks fucking good, dude. I want that pizza right now. It's only $4, 4 pounds?
This is a
for
silver
euro?
pizza. What does it look like to you?
What is
Claudia?
for euro? Like 8 cents now?
Incredible. I mean, just like look at all the cost.
Bro, I can buy and sell that. The euro's not worth shit.
Colors in here. I love the fact that the mozzarella is like sprinkled all over and sort of like mixing with the tomato sauce. Do you know about the trick that you have to fold the tip?
Interesting, okay.
I've never actually believed in it, but this makes it look like, oh, look at the juices coming out.
What isn't €4 like literally fucking $3? What is what? It's $3.91, basically $4. That's fucking cheap. That's a great deal.
That's it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Just like biting into that basil leaf, so refreshing.
But again, I think a
love it
little
how it's,
salami.
like, all one flavor.
A little bit of
They
salami
all
or a little bit of
mix together, like,
pepperoni,
so
American style.
Yeah, they really do. I got a lot of the tomato. That's like that kind of
Gives it that
acidity,
extra
sweetness
fucking
from the
feeling.
tomato. It's really, really good.
The pizza itself is like building up like from the actual crust to the tip. So you find the crust is like thicker, and then of course there's less juice, but it's still like very soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside. And then
Yeah,
when you reach
buddy.
the tip, it's just like
That just the crust looks fucking
all the
good,
flavors come in together and kicking at the same time, and you just reach that like perfection.
Next, we head to Starita, a pizzeria which is run by 4
Throw some pineapple on that and it's perfect. You're getting timed out, brother. If I was Courage JD and I farmed fucking pineapple pizza shit for engagement, you're fine. I don't care though.
generations of the Starita family, who famously made pizza for Pope John Paul II in the year 2000.
Literally
Starita is another
1984.
historic place. It offers many different kinds of
Literally
pizza.
1791.
Many shapes. They have an horn pizza, horn fried pizza. It's very nice to try. And the owner, Don Antonio, is a master of marinara.
A marinara master?
Credo che sia la pizza migliore di Napoli. Io sono di Napoli, è buonissima, digeribilissima. E mi sento a casa.
I can't, I mean,
Io sono Antonio Starita.
that
La terza generazione.
I can be just a simpleton. That doesn't look good to me at all. But I'm well aware that I'm possibly just a simpleton. It look no, it doesn't look good to me. But I'm sure it probably is good. But it doesn't look good to me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Io sono Antonio Starita, la terza generazione della pizzeria Starita. Io la divido in tre.
Looks better. Tastes better than it looks, probably.
30%
Probably.
è l'impasto.
And also, like, once you've
Senza
had more
fare
experimental pizzas, I
fondi,
bet that looks
acqua,
good to you. Do
farina,
you know what I'm saying?
perché
It's just
è
looking
una
to me
cosa
because
viva e
I'm a simple pizza man.
molta differenza
I like the
tra
simplest pizzas.
un impasto e un altro 20% o 30% è dovuto agli ingredienti che mettiamo sopra. La manualità e gli ingredienti si dividono il 30% del resto della bontà della pizza. Il 40% io dico che è il forno, perché questo mestiere nasce come fornaio.
Pizza Pockets easily beats this.
Il forno è a legna, anche si
Dude, that is
porta
just a
avanti
good looking
non
crust
con
though.
il termometro,
Ah,
ma
Dios fucking mio!
con la praticità.
That's my favorite kind of crust, and
Questo
there's no
fa sì
comparison.
che la pizza napoletana si
Looks so
differisce da
fucking
tutte
good.
le altre.
Just that little bit of blackening on the. God, that's so fucking
It
tasty.
seems like there's maybe a bit more cheese than we had at Sorbillo, or at least it's kind of like, it pulls a bit more. The crust looks incredible. The crust is a bit more like pronounced on this pizza.
I think as well it looks a bit more uniform.
Do a pizza
like
stream with
all
cutie?
colors so
Maybe.
blend perfectly
Maybe
together.
in Naples,
the
Italy.
tomato sauce looks brighter. Just like looks slightly more red. Wow, that tomato sauce is really kicking in.
Amerifats in the chat saying their local pizza place looks better than this. Listen, brother. I agree with you in spirit that this pizza is probably superior, but I think your tone this is very aggressive. You're coming off as like a little bit elitist and Euro copes with no hot pockets. Yeah, and also no heating for the winter, okay? So while these chatters are probably going to eat fucking gross-ass Papa John's and shovel it down, they'll be able to do it in a warm house. You know what I'm saying?
That hits you. So, as we mentioned at the start, like this dough has got such a nice color to it. It's got that kind of like leopard spotting going on, which again, just like all of that is flavor, because that's just coming straight from the oven, straight from the wood, going straight from the pizza. It's maybe a little bit more like chewy and dense than the one we've had before.
Yeah. The pizza toppings themselves, like they're quite richer, I think. Apart from the tomato, like the mozzarella is just like more in volume. So
More
I think you need
cheese.
like a stronger base to hold it. And then also, did you notice for this one we didn't flip the tip. There was no need for it. I mean, there was still a lot of juice coming out, like a bit of oil, a few drops. So I quite like that. So I appreciate that.
It looks pretty good.
We now head out of the
Number
city
three, number
center
three, number
to
three,
visit
number three.
Pizzeria La Notizia.
La Notizia is far from the center, but is a nice place because the owner, Enzo Coccia, is a kind of a Bible of pizza. He knows everything about the pizza, and his kind of pizza tends to have more high quality ingredients, so the price is higher than other places, but it's worth it.
Pasta molto leggera, una buona pizza.
Nah, it's not for me. It's just too much. It's too much. But I'm sure, like, again, I'm totally understandable if you see this and you're like, oh, that looks fucking amazing. My parents probably say that fucking amazing. You know, if you like these toppings, I'm sure that's all fucking good. But it's too much. It's just a mess.
Pasta molto leggera, una buona pizza, una grossa varietà di gusti e prodotti freschi, quindi
That looks like it could be pretty good.
con piacere torniamo. Quando troviamo posto perché è sempre molto affollato.
Facciamo una pizza
I would be down to
napoletana
try that one. That actually looks pretty
che
good.
ha un rispetto della tradizione, però guardando al futuro nella qualità
What is
della
that? What is he
pizza
putting on
anche
there? What
come
is that?
alimento
Zucchini?
per benessere dell'organismo.
If my Domino's TM pizza came to me with that little cheese, I would be so livid. Bro, we gotta stop. We gotta stop fucking. Listen, I understand that when you're hungers, a Domino's pizza might hit the spot, but it is not the height of pizza.
Allora, guarda la manipolazione.
It's like the most cheap possible ingredients, and they just they make it in a microwave and fucking.
Naturale, leggera. Ci andiamo a mettere il pomodoro San Marzano. Ci facciamo un bellissimo giro. Ci andiamo a mettere un po' di fior di latte di aggerola tagliata a listelli che fila. Ci andiamo a mettere un po' di basilico, una spolverata di formaggio e andiamo a fare il 6.
Do you guys want to watch the video? Wait. Wait. difference is already so funny, dude. The difference is like some little old Italian man who's like the godfather of pizza, like hand putting it in the oven and putting ingredients on. And then we cut to the fucking Domino's one and it's a fucking machinery vat in like Central Texas making 100,000 a day.
In one of our mixing bowls, there are 6 main ingredients that go into making dough.
It's like you're fucking cooking meth, dude.
Water, salt, sugar, yeast,
People
and
in
oil.
fucking lab
And then there's our
suits are
special goodie bag that makes Domino's pizza dough, Domino's pizza dough.
Yes. This is the part where he adds the love. This guy's the designated love adder, okay? He like, each time he puts one of the pre-processed balls and puts it into the, he adds a little bit of like heart, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of soul that like makes it. He whispers to it, yeah.
Delicious. 5 stars. They make the best pizza and it's fast. They make it right there and it's good.
There's that extra cheese we're talking about.
I think consumers
no
love our
shortage
product
of cheese.
Our dough, it is handmade. It is not frozen. Every dough ball that comes off of the line is fresh ingredient. And I think that as the stores make it, and it proofs to that light, fluffy, golden brown, when you take the first bite, you can taste
That looks
the
good too,
goodness
to be
of every
honest.
Domino's pizza.
But the crust just looked way better.
So Domino's Pizza
On the
started in
Italian one.
1960 by Tom Monahan in a small town called Ypsilanti,
But melted
Michigan.
cheese and pepperoni looks good
Today,
no matter what.
we are
to me.
over 15,000 stores strong in over 85 countries around the globe. It's an amazing story 58 years later.
I want to watch the end of this.
E voilà, il sole nel piatto. Welcome to Naples.
7.
This one, the crust looks a lot more like evenly browned than previous ones, where in the past it's been kind of like pale in some spots and then quite charred on the other. This is more like an even golden brown, which is interesting. So one thing they do here, similarly to what they were doing at Starita, is they actually add some pecorino onto the pizza, which to
What's
the sort of
pecorino?
purists
What
might
type
be a
of-
little bit controversial, but I'm interested to see if it kind of like adds another layer to the classic margarita.
Yeah, I have my doubts because I'm not a big fan of like grated cheese on pizza, especially because there's already
She would
mozzarella
not
in
like
there, which is
Domino's,
like
man.
dirt cheese for me. So, well, let's
She
see.
would
You
not
just
like
look
Domino's.
That's
There's no
right.
shortage of grated cheese on that.
Yeah, you get quite a lot of the pecorino actually.
I
in
quite
the
like it.
center.
Do you like
Yeah.
it?
She doesn't.
Too bad. Like
She hates
I had
it.
it with
She
with,
despises
like,
it.
A lot of my.
She's about to vomit.
Basin leaf on my slice, and they blended together quite well.
Bro, you
And
give her
then
a slice of Domino's and she'll kill herself.
That's obviously it's a lot more like sharp compared to the mozzarella.
She
which
cannot
kind of blends into
stand
the
grated
sauce
cheese
and
on her
stuff.
pizza.
So you actually get like a cheesier taste from it.
Yeah, first bite is definitely cheesy. What do you think of the crust?
I think it's good. It's got more chew to it than, say, Sorbillo did, but I quite like it. It's chewy, and again, it's useful because it just holds things better if it's got a bit more like strength to it.
It's quite interesting because I don't know if you notice, like this one has like it's quite similar in terms of like the way it looks to Sorbillo's, but then its texture is quite like it's just another game. Like it's
what does that mean?
It's much more uniform and like it has a stronger bite.
Yeah.
So it's definitely slightly
I should
harder,
just eat
I would
pizza
say.
instead of watching this. I just want pizza right now. Let me see the last one.
We
I
head
just
to
want to see
our
the last
final
one.
stop, Antica Pizzeria
And then we're gonna do
Michele.
community.
It's known for its huge pizzas, and it shot to fame when it was featured in Eat, Pray, Love, starring Julia Roberts.
Wow, it's Eat, Pray, Love worthy.
Da Michele, of course, is very famous for the movie Eat, Pray, Love, but also for his style. It's called in Italian a ruota di carro. It's like wagon wheels. It means nothing in English, but it means that it's so big,
that's a
it's
good
bigger
looking
than the
pizza.
plate behind it.
L'antica pizzeria Michele di Napoli è un museo, è il tempio della
Why don't
pizza
they get
napoletana.
one salami
Sappiamo che
one?
gente viene da tutto il mondo proprio per sedersi ai tavoli di marmo per mangiare le uniche due pizze che facciamo, la margherita e la marinara. L'impasto lo facciamo con una farina Caputo blu, un impasto diretto, assolutamente semplice. Viene una pizza a ruota di carro particolare, no? La vedrete, cioè molto ben stesa. Per dare alla gente che viene a mangiare l'impressione visiva che sia grande, no? Che sia grande, quindi l'opulenza, il fatto di saziarsi, eccetera, eccetera. Noi usiamo pomodori 100% italiani, pomodori che vengono dalla Calabria, pomodori che vengono dalla Puglia, ma sappiamo la provenienza, fior di latte assolutamente di Agerola.
Oh,
E per quanto
yeah!
riguarda l'olio, noi non usiamo olio Evo, come dicono tutti quanti, noi usiamo olio di semi di soia. Quindi
that
l'olio che
cheese
si
on
mangia
there.
sulla nostra pizza è un olio incolore, è un olio che non sa, cioè che non copre il sapore praticamente della pizza.
That was good looking cheese. Yep, that's a good looking za right there.
L'impasto non lo so, ha qualcosa di diverso. E poi tutto sommato molto semplice.
Yeah, simple and tasty, good ingredients. Yum, 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 yummers. Yeah, just fold that bad boy up,
Might
just
be
eat it
the
like a
best looking
taco.
pizza that we've had today. I think in terms of like they've really got the kind of leopard spotting on the crust just really perfect. It's a lovely golden brown color, but you've got a lot of these charred spots going on. The distribution of the cheese looks quite good.
Yep.
And you've got the basil as well.
That's
It
kind of
all
a
looks
winner.
Very picture perfect.
That looks great.
Yeah, that's true, and I also like the fact that you can see like the tomato sauce sort of like fading into the crust in here and getting like sort of orange.
That's a great fucking pizza for fucking $5. Less than $5? That's awesome. That's a steal of a deal.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, if you
Too little basil though. I would get a little bit more.
want an instant shot, this is your pizza.
Basil, sorry.
Are you channeling your inner Julia Roberts?
Basil?
How much of a relationship you're having with this pizza right now?
I'm like in a committed relationship with this pizza. We're thinking about buying a house together.
That's a good looking pizza.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Damn, I really want that fucking pizza right now.
I was interested to hear that they don't use olive oil here. They use soy oil instead.
Oh, it's soy? Sorry, not a beta cuck. Okay. I don't want any soy in my pizza, all right? Just Uber Eats it from Italy? Just get your PJ to Italy and get a pizza real quick. Yeah, you're right. I should have done that. Once I start my gambling streams like trying to make $360 million, I will get a quick flight to Italy. All right, it's 10 o'clock, which means we're going to